I need something to soothe this pain, to cool the lava you pump through my veins, 'cause I'm burning.
El simple detalle de que la zona está con mucho humo, ¿sabes? Por los fumadores. Tremendos detalles. Tremendos detalles. La mariposa de oro. Buen coche. Pero what? Sin contexto. O sí.
Galloway. Got it, Skipper. Yeah, I'll bring him. He's my partner, after all.
What have we got?
New case. White female dumped in plain sight in the grass at the end of Hill Street. Hacks are all over it. Captain's trying to fend them off.
That sounds awfully similar.
The first rule of police work is make no assumptions until you've seen the evidence.
¿Ha salido un
Skipper
nuevo
wants
hombre
you to have
lobo?
your newspaper face on, college boy. I think I know the place where they found the lady. It overlooks Sunset Boulevard. Let's go.
Pero what? Bueno, vamos a la escena del
Did a
crimen.
decent job on the Henry case, Phelps. Not bad for your first time at bat.
Thanks, Rusty.
Don't go getting ahead of yourself. That's one
No te lo creas demasiado y me lo dices tú, ¿no?
clearance under your belt. Now it's a new day with a new dead lady that needs our attention.
Watch it, will you?
Que has reventado el coche, tú. Reventado el coche.
No assumptions until we see the evidence, right?
Right. See, I knew you were a fast learner, Phelps. You might get along after all.
En una zona apartada de nuevo, pero el hombre lobo ya está entre rejas. ¿Quién es este? Escenario del crimen, 10 y 55.
Boys, you know as much as I do. I'll be holding a press conference once the autopsy's been completed. I have two of my finest investigators on the case, fresh from bringing down the sword of justice on the crazed sex
Captain,
Alonzo
aren't there
Mendes.
similarities between this murder and the murder of Celine Henry? And of Elizabeth Short, for that
So you don't
matter?
believe there's a crazy sex killer at large preying on women?
Boys, be sensible. We have the greatest police force in all the world with the greatest scientific investigators at our disposal. How can any killer continue to be that? Be advised. We keep the gas chamber at San Quentin primed for the sons of Cain who continue to believe they can take a life in the city of angels.
Yeah, right. Any new leads in the Dahlia case?
Run along, boys, and let these officers get to work. We have God's work to do here, and it can't be delayed.
What do we have, Captain?
Another woman sacrificed. Speak to Carruthers.
Sacrificada.
I want daily reports, gentlemen.
This is awful. Awful. Why can't we get any
Detective,
closer?
I was first on scene.
You find her, Gonzalez?
Not me. Family out for a stroll. I was first reported.
Can you show me the body?
It's under the pepper tree, this way.
Vamos.
So, what's going on over there?
Can't be much help to you, Phelps.
Tranquilo. Las pistas las
Así es.
encontraremos. En este caso sí ha tocado algo del cuerpo, ¿no?
The stomping angle in the Henry case. Was it reported in the press?
Sure was.
Huellas
Every
pequeñas.
detail a copycat would want was there in the story.
Vale, el bolso de la señora. ¿Por qué dejan el bolso? Asociación de padres y maestros.
Oh, we have a name. Can you run Deirdre Muller by RNI?
Back in a second.
Vale, su
The motive
dinero.
was robbery. Why not take the money?
Obviamente no fue por eso. Entiendo. Si no se lo hubiera llevado, ¿no?
Officer Gonzalez, badge 994. Victim of white female Jane Doe on Hill Street. Possible ID of Deirdre Muller.
It would take a smarter man than me to connect that.
Aquí hay algo. Otro cigarro.
Maybe. No. Not everything
La caja
here is
vacía.
gonna be relevant.
Pero vamos. Sin más. Otra botella.
Nope.
Nope. Vale, las huellas. Y el cuerpo. En este caso no tiene un golpe en la cabeza, sino
Distinctive. I'll
un
do some
rajote, ¿no? En
comparisons
el
back
cuello.
at the lab and get back to you.
Le dio solo un golpe para conmocionarla, entiendo, y luego la estranguló. Tiene pisadas en el cuerpo. Aquí un arañazo importante. Y le quitó el anillo también.
What's this mark? Cut on the finger.
Fourth finger, left hand. A wedding or engagement ring. Violently removed.
Y tan por la fuerza. Y por esta zona. Aquí seguro que tenía el
Looks
reloj,
like she
¿no?
was tied up.
It does at first, but that would leave a mark on her other wrist too. I think her watch might have been torn off.
Sí. Joyas desaparecidas de nuevo. Uf.
Similar MO.
To what? The Dahlia? I don't think so.
Celine Henry.
That's a closed
Muy
case.
parecido.
This is probably another sad sack who lost his temper with a broad he wouldn't put out.
You a suspect, Rusty?
Watch your mouth, Phelps. All I'm saying is we got enough to do without reopening closed cases.
Talk me through.
Cuidado con que hayan dos hombres lobo, ¿eh? Cuidado.
Severely battered, on display. Footprints would indicate that she has been stomped. Size of the footprints would seem to indicate a smallish men's shoe. What size shoe did Mendez wear?
You finished?
No, I'm not. At a glance, I would say strangulation was the cause of death. I'll need to do further tests for semen.
Angry boyfriend. If they were married, they'd be at home. Not humping out here in Lover's Lane.
Detectives, RNI says that Deirdre Muller of 130 North Bonnie Bray was reported missing this morning by her husband, Hugo Muller.
What'd I tell you? Let's grab
Hugo
the husband,
Muller.
take him downtown, and work him over. We could have this wrapped up by lunchtime.
What about not making assumptions and going on the evidence?
Vamos a interrogarlo.
All these cops. It's gotta be something big, right?
You all seem to be standing around. Shouldn't you be working?
Residencia de los Moller. Vamos, vamos.
still might be some playing the boyfriend angle.
I thought we were on our way to lock up the husband.
If it doesn't work out then.
Deirdre Muller has suffered enough. More than enough. You shouldn't make disparaging comments about her without even the slightest inkling of what she was like.
She was a woman, wasn't she? Well, around about my third divorce, I realized women might not be the pure angels we imagine. You're married, ain't you, Phelps?
Don't make any insinuations about my wife.
Hey, she's a woman.
She's the mother of my children.
You're a father, Cole? Don't tell me your eye don't bend.
This conversation is over.
Te pitas, bobolón. Residencia de los Moller, 11:26. Hola, buenas tardes.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Is your father home?
He'll be home soon. He's been out looking for Mommy.
What's your name, miss?
Michelle Eloise Mahler?
Can we come in?
I suppose so.
Thank you. Could you have a seat for me, Michelle? We're gonna have a look around.
Rarete.
He'll be back any moment. Just sit tight.
Rarete. Vaso vacío. Poca prueba hay aquí. ¿Estaban cortando zanahoria aquí en la niña o se han escondido? ¿Aló? ¿Alas PD? Un violín. Mira cómo se ve el brillo. ¡Ojo! RTX, cabrón. Ok. Un diario parece, ¿no?
It doesn't appear to be connected.
Vale. La habitación de los padres. A ver estos zapatos. ¿Son pequeños o no? 41. No son tan pequeños. Un pie estándar, ¿no? Aquí falta una joya. Justo el mismo. Y el anillo también va a faltar, ¿no? Puf.
No sign of a wedding ring.
Que a lo mejor no tienen nada que ver, pero... ¿Y sí, sí? ¿Y sí, sí? Vale, la cama muy bien hecha, tal. Por aquí nada. Voy a salir un momento a ver qué hay por aquí. ¡Ojo! Ah, pero no me deja interactuar con la pala. La ventana abierta. Uy, que han hecho escapadiña. Esto encendido. ¿Por qué hay aquí una lumbre encendida y la niña estaba dentro en la casa? Rarete. Rarete. No parece haber nada más.
I think his name is Phelps. I read about him in the paper.
Is this about Mommy? Daddy is trying to find her. Please tell me she's okay.
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Michelle, but your mother is dead. Do you think you could answer a few questions for us?
Try.
Último contacto con tu madre.
When did you last see your mother?
Yesterday afternoon. I went to a dance at Belmont High. Mommy was supposed to pick me up, but she didn't show.
So what did you do then?
I was upset. Daddy came instead.
O sea que podemos ir allí al instituto. A ver, la verdad no la dices. Estoy dudando de ti.
So you were hanging around the school for quite a while. What happened with your father?
I don't know. I called and finally he answered. He came straight away then.
Vale. Reloj y anillos desaparecidos.
Some of your mother's jewelry was missing. Can you describe her things?
A ring, a watch. I never paid much attention to that stuff.
Creo que dice la verdad.
I know it's painful, Michelle. But this may be important. She wore a wedding ring?
Mommy chose it herself. A rose gold wedding band and a matching diamond and ruby engagement ring.
She wore a watch?
Yes, the yellow gold Elgin watch. Daddy bought it for her birthday. We had a fight. It was kind of a makeup present.
Ok. Bien, bien. Situación matrimonial de los padres.
Your mom and dad are happily married?
What are you saying? Of course they are.
No, no es tan feliz, no.
They weren't happy, were they, Michelle? Did your father ever hit your mother?
Just the once.
Detrás de otra,
She
¿no?
would leave him if he ever did it again. He bought her a brooch pin to make up for it. And he always wore her golden butterfly.
Vale. El
Thanks,
título
Miss
de este
You've
caso.
been very brave.
Hey! What gives?
Daddy, the police
Go to your
are
room, please,
here.
Michelle. I'll talk to the police.
Daddy, Mommy is gone.
Go to your room, young lady. She's not even out of school. You can't come in here interrogating her like she's
Your
some
wife
kind
was
of...
found murdered this morning.
Found? What?
¿Qué? Dice aparecido en vez de decir muerta. ¿Aparecido? ¿Ha aparecido? Pues si la había escondido muy bien. ¡Culpable, perro! Respira igual, es culpable también. Me extraña esa respuesta de ¿aparecido? ¿Cómo? ¿Cómo que ha aparecido? En vez de preguntarse si en serio está muerta. Huele esa caca, amigo.
We have some questions that we would like to ask you.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I'll do my best.
A lo mejor no tienen nada que ver, pero con esa contestación me hace sospechar mucho acerca de este pibe. Huellas en el escenario.
What size shoe do you wear, Mr. Mueller?
Why do you ask?
It's routine, sir. Simple process of elimination.
9s, I think.
You know anyone who wears a smallish men's shoe who had a major grudge against your wife? Is there something you would like to tell us, Hugo?
No, I do not. You finished making hints?
Vaya. Coartada de Hugo Moller.
So you were here all night. You stayed in while your wife went out to pick up your daughter?
Yes, that's correct.
Joder. Mientes.
You should come clean if you're having an affair.
Pero me lo da por
or
malo
there's
también,
something
tío.
going on.
¿En serio?
I told you I was here. Were you saying I wasn't?
¿Pero por qué dudas? Huellas pequeñas de varón, marca de cuerda. Cuéntanos sobre el reloj y los anillos.
Calling me a liar on the day I lose my wife.
F. Informe de personas desaparecidas.
You phoned in a missing persons report this morning?
Yeah, that's right. My wife didn't come home last night. She left around 9:30. Michelle was out at dance. She called me to let me know that Deidre didn't turn up.
Vale.
Was your wife unreliable?
No.
También por mala, yo es que no entiendo, macho. Antecedentes de violencia. Dice tu niña que le has pegado una vez, tal. Cuéntame.
Your wife was beaten and then strangled. In your case, you have no alibi and a history of violence towards your wife.
That's not true, god damn it.
Mientes.
It is true.
Me lo da por malo también.
You're a violent man. You try to keep a lid on it at home, but sometimes you lost control. Your daughter and your wife were scared of you.
You don't know anything about me.
Michelle llamó varias veces la noche del asesinato sin que respondiera nadie. Vale, ¿a qué hora llamaste?
I know about the golden butterfly, Hugo, and how you bought your wife off the last time you heard her.
She liked to spend money, all right? Dresses, jewelry, her hair. It drove me goddamn crazy. Do I look like a Rockefeller?
Nobody likes a cheapskate, Hugo.
Getting hostile with us is a very bad idea, Hugo.
I'm no murderer.
Make some arrangements for your daughter, and then present yourself to Central Station for questioning.
You gotta be kidding me, Phelps. Put the cuffs on him.
This is an outrage. I didn't kill my wife.
Your daughter is in the next room, Mueller, so I'm giving you a break. Don't make me change my mind, and don't make me come looking for you.
We should go back in there and bust his ass.
One, we need to break his alibi, check phone records, canvass the neighbors. Two, we have motive of domestic violence, which probably goes for half the men in L.A. Three, we have no evidence tying him to the crime scene.
Hello.
Detective.
Ojo. La vecina Cotilla. Esta no lo va a contar todo. Ah, me deja... ¡Ey! Me iba a dejar pasar, pelotuda. Para. Vamos.
Yes, ma'am.
Cuéntame.
I heard the terrible news over the radio.
And you can help us with our inquiries?
Yes, sir. They had a row last night. I heard Mrs. Mueller screaming.
Esta señora nos va a decir todo. Ella lo controlaba todo.
See Mrs. Mueller come home late last night at all?
No, not at all. I did see Mr. Mueller put something in the incinerator earlier this morning, though.
I told you he was our guy. Now let's get this bum downtown and into a cell.
Look, there he is now.
Pero entonces, ¿por qué me dice que era incorrecta la respuesta que daba?
Step away from the incinerator.
Si este tío sabe algo.
Okay, but no shooting. We need this guy to make the case.
Vale, no lo disparamos. Hop. Ven aquí. ¡Dios! Usain Bolt. Los zapatos.
This doesn't look good, Hugo.
Madre mía, Hugo.
I can explain the blood.
Sí. Le pisaste el torso y por eso tiene la sangre, ¿no? Pero entonces, no entiendo. O sea, si crees que miente y está más o menos relacionado, ¿por qué no te lo dan por válido, tío? Tienes que decir si es duda o miente bien, ¿sabes? Si no, te lo ponen por mal.
I don't want home and
You need somewhere to stay, Michelle. You have other family? Grandparents? Aunts or uncles?
call Aunt Helen, but she lives in Bakersfield and...
Call her. We're gonna get someone down here from Juvenile Hall to talk to you in the meantime.
We ought to get some uniforms down here, clean up, take care of the kid.
¿Cómo se le ha torcido el día a esta chica, eh? Su madre asesinada, su padre en la cárcel.
Galloway, Homicide Division, badge number 564. Can we get Ray Pinker and a technical services team to a house at 130 North Bonnie Bray Street? Send someone down from Juvenile Hall to look after a young lady.
Roger, 11K. Inform Detective Phelps that the coroner has a report waiting. Police morgue downtown when he's available.
Vale, vamos.
Got it, KGPL.
Vamos al depósito. O nos acercamos al instituto a ver si sabemos algo. Vale, no sabemos dónde está. Vamos a llamar. Un momento. Vamos a llamar aquí que enseguida nos dan la dirección.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on a Belmont High School.
Checking for you, Detective.
Vale.
Belmont High.
Tenemos dirección.
75 West 2nd Street.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, thank you.
Mother would be proud of him catching all those criminals.
No vamos. Vamos al instituto Belmont a ver si vemos alguna pista.
I'm surprised, you know. I didn't make the husband for it.
Always make the husband. 9 times out of 10, it's the closest person to the Vic who does the deed. God knows I've wanted to kill some wives in my day.
Lex parsimoniae.
What?
The law of parsimony. Occam's razor. The simplest explanation is most likely the correct one.
You know, you could have said that without getting all liturgical on me.
I'll try to dumb things down from now on.
Appreciate it. And try this one on for size. Rusty's razor.
How's that go?
You blame the guy that's banging her.
Ah, of course. The famous Lex ignoramus.
Closes cases, Cole. Puts a lot of people away, that one.
Any Central unit of possible 288 at Belmont High School, 1575 West 2nd Street. Stand by for further unit.
Belmont High School. 3:41.
It's the first season since fabric rationing's over. We have to go.
I told you I can't Saturday. I'm busy.
Busy where? You're going on another drive with baby Gardner, aren't you?
¿Quién chota es ese?
So what if I am?
Go, Phelps. I'll take the car and see if I can cut him off.
¿Quién chota es ese? El pervert este. Vamos, Alejo. Ven aquí, pelotuda. Ven, ven. Quedas detenido. Por mirón. Ven aquí.
There he is. See him?
Píllalo. Si no eres culpable de nada, ¿por qué corres? ¿Eh? Alejo. Alejo. Vamos, vamos. ¡Cole! ¡Dios! Spear. Culpable. No sé qué ha hecho. Culpable. Culpable y punto.
Car 11K, car 11 King, come in.
11K, go ahead.
11K, see the janitor.
Hablen con el conserje.
46 coupe registered to a Mrs. Hugo Moeller has been found in the parking lot adjoining
Vale.
the Belmont High School and playing fields. 11K, code 2.
Vamos a ver si lo vemos.
What's your name?
Who's asking?
We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Name's Eli Rooney.
You've been in trouble with the law before, Eli?
Some.
What are you doing around here?
I like to keep an eye on the children.
Strictly paternal,
Sí,
is it, Eli?
Don't sass me, boy.
A woman was abducted here last night, Eli, and murdered.
And I would love to make you for that, you Loki motherfucker.
Well, I wouldn't know nothing about that. A woman, you say? I like them a little younger than that.
Turn out your pockets, Eli.
What the
Why would
fuck?
I do that?
Because I'm about to break your fucking skull, Eli.
Jeffrey Epstein. Mira, la mariposa.
You're under arrest, Eli. You're in
La
dirty-
mariposa de oro.
Get some backup down here, Rusty. We need to get this one downtown and into a cell.
I'll tell them we got a kitty raper coming in. They can roll out the red carpet.
Pillao. Pillao. Lo que no entiendo es por qué no nos lo ha dado. Te acabas de delatar, amigo.
What time did you see the person park the car?
Late last night, after school social, maybe 1 a.m. I've been keeping a good eye out lately. We've had problems with the child molester.
Eli Rooney. We've met him.
Filthy son of a bitch. He was here yesterday before the dance.
Was it him you saw park the car?
I don't know, sir. I'd like to say yes, but the truth is it was pretty dark.
Would you say Rooney is violent?
Yes, sir, I would say so, yes.
Thanks for your help.
Grande. Qué grande ese conserje.
This is the car?
Yes, sir, Detective.
Have you looked it over?
Superficially. I was told to wait for you guys.
Thanks. We'll take it from here.
Escúchame. ¿Más pruebas? La cuerda con la que
Blood and skin samples.
se la
We better get
estranguló.
Ray Pinker out here.
Buenas físicas. Es que no necesito más pruebas. La palanca.
It's from a Chrysler. Could be important.
Y tan importante. Y la ropa ensangrentada.
The overalls are stenciled HM. Mueller is a mechanic. I wonder what Eli does for a living.
Nada más. Vale, llamamos a comisaría y nos vamos al depósito central. Hola, buenas tardes.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need interrogation set up at Central for both suspects being held in the Mueller homicide case.
Certainly, Detective. I'll get in touch with the watch commander.
Perfecto.
Thanks.
Vamos a interrogarlos. A ver si sale bien. Vamos.
I say we make Rooney for this. I think we should lay it on him. He was near the car, he had her jewelry, the DA will love him for it.
Even if he didn't do it?
Who cares whether he did it? You have kids, Phelps? He needs to be taken permanently out of harm's way.
And we let Mueller slide?
For a while. He gets a free pass for now.
Entonces le cargamos el muerto a este.
I don't know about this. My gut says Mueller. We caught him trying to destroy evidence in his backyard. And that was his car with the bloody tools in it.
I never said it wasn't Mueller. Well, he probably killed his wife, deprived that poor kid of a mother. But he's not in immediate danger to anyone else.
Es que es raro.
Rooney's a threat to every kid at Belmont.
He's a peeper, Rusty. We can pick him up for something else.
Really want to run that risk?
Es que es raro porque el pedófilo este que hemos visto ahora, ¿por qué tenía la mariposa de oro? ¿Por qué tenía el mono del otro ensangrentado? ¿Por qué tenía el arma homicida? ¿Por qué tenía la soga? ¿Por qué? Para intentar ayudarlo al otro. Deberías ser tonto para encubrir a un amigo y comerte tú la cárcel, ¿no? ¿O es para que se hagan creer que el culpable es el marido y el otro lo está encubriendo, ¿sabes? Intentan hacer creer lo contrario. Uf, complicado, ¿eh? No te diría un asesino al 100%. Aparcado. Depósito central, 6:03 de la tarde. La morgue. Hola, buenas tardes.
Phelps, Rusty, thanks for coming.
Can you blood type the shoes that we bagged and see if they're a match?
Sure. It'll all be in the report, but I'm assuming you want the details now?
Please. Cause of death is strangulation?
Correct. Take a look at the samples on the bench.
Vamos a ver. A ver este. No. Este tipo de cuerda sí.
What are the normal uses for that kind of rope?
On boats, mooring lines.
Correct. Although Ray says that they're sometimes used as bell ropes in churches.
Interesante.
So are we looking for a sailor or a minister?
Well, in my experience, sailors seem to have the greater libido.
Was Mrs. Muller criminally attacked?
No external or internal traces of semen.
Thanks, Mal. Anything else comes up, you let us know.
Buen trabajo. Comisaría Central. Vamos.
Hey, don't mind me.
Not exactly the happiest of places, the coroner's office.
Carruthers is a good man, professional, diligent. If you're working with a pro, it's easy to overlook the grim realities of a place like that.
Funny job, that, the coroner's.
How so?
No, you don't want them enjoying their work too much. The wrong kind of man can get awfully lonely rattling around a joint full of corpses.
Rusty, that's like something out of the pulps.
Been reading the same ones as me?
I thought you were usually too drunk to get through a magazine.
You know, if I close one eye and squint, you can just about make out the print.
Perfecto. Comisaría Central, 8:04 de la tarde. Acusa de asesinato a un sospechoso. Uf. Es que es complejo, en verdad. Podemos hacerlo todo por la hija y decir que este no ha sido, ¿sabes?
Here's where we stand, Hugo. Your next door neighbor heard screaming coming from your house. You were burning your blood-stained shoes. You have no one who can confirm your whereabouts last night. Your daughter says you're a violent man. We have everything we need to send you to death row, and all you have to say for yourself is, I didn't do it.
I swear I didn't kill her. Give me that lie test, I can prove it.
Eliminación de pruebas. ¿Por qué lo hiciste?
Why did you burn your shoes, Hugo?
Because I knew you'd never believe me.
Are you going to tell me what I want to know, or do we have to take it out of you in lumps?
Give it your best shot. I can take whatever you're throwing.
O sea que había que decir que mentía, ¿no? Acceso a cuerda trenzada.
You know anything about ropes, Hugo?
As much as the next man. I was a scout. I learned some more in the army.
You know anything about braided ropes?
Some. They're mainly used for mooring lines, hawsers, you know, that kind of stuff. We don't have much use for them in the machine shop. We use chain hoists.
Vaya. Acceso a desmontador.
Your wife was beaten with a tire iron, Hugo. An appropriate choice of tool for a mechanic.
I know nothing about any tire iron.
Claro. Mientes.
You're lying, Hugo. You're gonna have to come clean on this.
You got no proof.
Pero ¿cómo que no? Escúchame. Mira.
Your wife drove a Chevrolet, Hugo. What make of car do you drive?
A Chrysler Airflow.
So I guess that explains why the tire iron that killed your wife came from a Chrysler.
Toma. Vehículo de la víctima
We found your
recuperado.
wife's car. Someone parked it at the school late last night. Do you have anything to say about that?
It wasn't me.
Where do you keep your work clothes?
I keep them at work in my locker.
Mentira. Está en el maletero del coche ese, verde.
Enough lies, Hugo. Your overalls put you at the scene of the crime last night.
My overalls are in the laundry of my house.
Pues mentira. Porque lo hemos encontrado.
Green overalls, bloodstained, with the initials HM found in the trunk of your wife's car.
They can't be mine.
No es mío, es del vecino.
Because if they were yours, they'd be in the incinerator too.
No te voy a acusar y vamos a acusar al otro. Aunque has sido tú. Pero es que mi otro yo quiere encerrarlo porque este es el culpable, ¿sabes? Pero la hija no tiene la culpa. Si lo culpamos, la hija va a crecer sin sus padres, ¿sabes? Uf. ¿Dónde está el otro? Que lo vamos a empapelar.
Captain, we were on our way to interview Eli Rooney.
Yes, Phelps, I know. This particular fiend is an old acquaintance. I have tried to reaffirm his belief in a wrathful and terrible God. Whichever way it goes, I'll be dealing personally with it.
O sea que si decimos que ha sido el padre, el marido de la señora, a este también lo van a
You look like you've had it rough.
pillar, ¿sabes?
You see me asking for your sympathy, boy?
Lugar de trabajo.
You down on your luck, Eli?
I had worse. My family ate roadkill during the Dust Bowl.
But you have a job. A parolee has to have a job, correct?
I had me a job down in San Pedro. I'm looking for something new.
What kind of job, Eli?
Working fishing boats, odd jobs around the boatyards. I'm pretty good with my hands.
O sea que con las cuerdas te manejas bien.
You ever tie up any of your victims, Eli?
It's not a nice thing to go calling them.
What would you call them?
I can't say. I learned a long time ago not to go talking about the things I like. Talking about it just seems to get people's dander up.
Answer the goddamn question, Rooney, before I brain you.
See what I mean? Short answer is yes.
You have any preference regarding rope, Eli?
I know a good rope from a bad rope, if that's what you mean. That's not what you mean, is it? Any old rope will do me fine.
Me vale cualquier soga. Este tío...
Farm boy like you, Eli, must prefer Magay for roping. Am I right?
I prefer braid. Tie, hitch, and braid. It stays tied.
Móvil del asesinato de Moller.
You killed Mrs. Moeller and stole her jewelry.
That ain't so. I ain't done nothing like that.
Sabe que él no ha sido, pero voy a decir que es mentira.
You're a liar, Eli. You needed the money, so you killed her.
I've been around some, son. You got some evidence that proves I stole that butterfly from that woman?
Reloj y anillo desaparecidos.
I done told you I found that pretty thing. I never stole it.
I don't like you, Eli. I think you're an evil man. I think you try to pass off your pain to other people. I can't make you for this case, but my consolation is that I don't think you will be out of prison for very long.
You can count on it, shitbird. By the way, Eli, the captain and the hat squad would like to talk to you next. Any idea what they might want to talk about?
That's the guy. Detective That's him. That's the guy who parked the car. I'm sure of it.
Hey.
He's getting away.
O sea, claro.
That's not true.
Sí que fue,
I can't go to jail.
Y el otro lo encubrió, básicamente. Vamos. Pero es un caso complicado porque los dos saben de utilizar bien la cuerda, hacer buenas sogas.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
Los dos han estado cerca de la víctima desde hace... O sea, la última hora de ella, ¿sabes? ¡Wow! ¡Qué cabrón! ¿Y ese giro?
I'll try to shoot out his tire. Wish me luck.
¿Y ese giro?
Hit it. Clean this asshole off the road.
Si me deja. Se ha ido por el callejón, vamos.
It ends here, Hugo. Once we get the janitor's statement, you'll be staring down a murder charge.
A chupar barrote, tú también. F por la niña, pero se lo merece.
I have to say I'm disappointed. I stood in front of a troop of reporters and made promises. Promises of swift and fearful retribution, and you bring me an armful of vagary and happenstance. You made the department look bad, lad. Do it again and your career as a policeman will come to an abrupt and ignominious end. You two are back on the streets. Find street criminals, roust them, beat them, and restore some fervor to your police work. Your next case will come when you've revived my faith in your abilities. Now get out of here!
Pero si hemos pillado los dos. What the fuck? 11 de 12 pistas y 7 de 14 preguntas correctas. Bueno, mejorable.